psychology classes with Liberty University Online. It's Professor Nathan Roberts. I'm honored to be on your team and a part of your education with Liberty University. I graduated with my undergrad education with Liberty Online, and then I graduated online with George Washington University with my master's degree. So I know there's a lot going on with online work. I know it's tough, but I also know it's super rewarding. So you got this. I'm here to support you. A few things I want to talk about in this little video here is just to, first of all, explain my heart as when it comes to late assignments and extensions. Now, according to the Liberty University policy, you get 10% off if you're the day after in a week, and then 20% off if you're 2 weeks late. And then according to the policy, we don't have to accept it after 2 weeks. I am not a fan of extensions. I want you to know that when you send me an email asking for an extension, I'm going to ask questions. I need to know why you're asking for the extension. It just won't be automatic. Here's why. When it comes to education with a higher ed, when it comes to getting your degree from a college, the whole purpose of getting your degree is so that you can build your career. In rehabilitation counseling, we work with individuals with disabilities, getting them to work or getting them back to work. So my passion is coming from an employer perspective that if an employer asks for a project to be due, it needs to be due and turned in on the day that they have it due. And the same I expect from each of you. Now, I've got a lot of empathy because I'm a rehab counselor full-time. I do part-time mental clinical health counseling as a counselor in residence working on my LPC licensure. I just started my doctoral degree, and I'm married and I have 6 kids. And I also teach LU online. So I've got a full plate. I know about things that can happen in life. But then I also know the importance of putting value in what I turn in and how I turn it in and when it's turned in. So I want you to know a lot of things can come up. But remember that you've got to find value in your education and make that one of the number one priorities in your life. So I'm not a huge fan of extensions, so just know that off the bat, I'm going to ask questions, and I would prefer that you turn things in on time. I will adhere to the late policy deduction of points according to the OU policy, probably 100% of the time. So just so you know that, well in advance. If you ever have any questions or need anything, I'm an open book. Your papers will be graded a lot of the times from me, according to APA, but also from real life practical experience. I have a lot of years when it comes to counseling, rehab counseling, clinical practices, psychology, a lot of different things. So my grading will come from the perspective of, you're saying this, but in real life, here's what happens. And here's a perspective. And here, I want you to see this. And a client may say this. So grading for me is going to come from that kind of background, just so you know. Last thing I need you to hear loud and clear. Take care of you because you matter and you're important. I sit out here by my fig tree. Let me show you. I got this during COVID, and a lot of plants around my house, I just love watering them and taking care of them. One, because I know plants and trees, they're rooted, they're grounded, and no matter the weather, there's a storm, there's a heavy wind, they're going to be grounded. Now, they're going to shake, and leaves are going to fall off, but they're still grounded and rooted in who they are. I got to stay grounded and rooted in who I am, my foundation. It never changes. Keep it solid, keep firm in recognizing that you matter and you're important. Spend time with the Lord, talk to Him, go to Him in prayer. Jesus knows all about your problems. He will guide until the day is done. There's not a friend like the lowly Jesus. No, not one. No, not one. I'm going to send videos from time to time. I really want you to watch them and stay committed to this class. Finish strong. And the way that you finish strong is by starting strong. I got your back. I'm on your team. And until we meet again,